NES remix. And so the game, you could either play as a boy or a girl, but I'm going to pick a boy. And so as we go, you can see here that the map is actually pretty substantially big, but obviously my save data hasn't been played up very long, so I'm actually going to start here in the first area. And the story is in a post-war setting where two sides have been fighting for the rights to sushi supply, and these mystical beings that really love sushi, or are masters of sushi, exist. This boy, or girl, Musashi, they leave their village on a really empty stomach, and they encounter this man that ends up feeding them sushi for the very first time. And Musashi thinks that this thing is the most amazing, delicious food ever.
Right, he's never had it before,
and
it
never
just blows his little mind.
Yes, and so, but unfortunately their encounter gets, disrupted very quickly due to a notorious organization. But that becomes a catalyst of Musashi encountering a mythical being that specializes in sushi, and he decides to share his power with him, and then they decide to go off on this journey to become the ultimate sushi striker.
Pretty straightforward.
Right, yeah. The standard.
I think so. I think it is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now, I should say that this game is, obviously, it's all in Japanese, and very much in development right now. So we're pretty lucky to take this early a look at it. But I think it's really rad, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. So let's go into our first sushi battle.
All right. So this is a puzzle action game. And as you can see here, both myself and the opponent have 3 lanes of sushi. And similar to real-life conveyor belt sushi, the plates symbolize, well, in real-life conveyor belt sushi, the plates symbolize a price.
Right.
But here, it actually amounts to the amount of damage that you can inflict on your opponent.
Yep.
So what you're trying to do is actually chain plates to make a really big stack.
And you're going to have the touch screen on the bottom screen there.
That's right. And so I did say that each person has 3 conveyor belts, but there's actually one on top of my screen that's a gold one, and that's actually shared. So either myself or the opponent can actually take from that belt. And the other thing, too, is that you have 7 seconds to create your chain. If you try to hold on to it and try to make a stack as much as you can, you lose that stack.
Yeah, that would have been an awesome stack. You had a lot of sushi there. Right?
I just wanted to prove a point.
Right. Yeah.
But the other thing, too, is that you can lose it if it goes off screen.
Right. So you gotta act fast. Gotta get that sushi wild.
And so you're hurling these plates at the opponent, and it looks like your health is at the top of the bottom screen. So
that's right.
You've got about 4,000 or so. Your opponent's got a little over 3,000 in the red bar up there in this sushi battle.
And I definitely want to strategize. Like, I see that there's a lot of green plates here, so I'm going to try to make, or blue plates, so I'm going to try to make a really big plate. And you'll see that I'll start accruing 5 stacks on the bottom screen. And so if I make an actual 6 stack, that automatically curls to the opponent. But I could also just grab it and throw it at him.
Right.
The chains that I make actually will build this lantern meter that's at the top of the touch screen. And so once it fills up, which I'm going to try here.
Nice.
Almost. There we go. Oh, not yet. There we go. Musashi gets like super empowered. There's more plates of similar color, so I can make chains a lot easier. And then there's also a multiplier added to the stacks that are on the bottom touchscreen. And with that, that means that the multiplier and the stacks do much more damage. So I'm actually going to end my opponent here.
I just love the setting of eating those sushi and throwing your plates at the opponent.
I know, like, I get more powerful by eating more sushi.
Right.
Like, I mean, I wish that was in real life, because if I could eat more food and become that powerful,
anyone who's been to a conveyor belt sushi restaurant knows the feeling of, like, right when you get done with your meal, you have that huge stack of plates, right? That's how your bill is determined.
Yeah. So you'll see here that I got a C rank. Unfortunately, I didn't do that well.
Oh, that's okay.
But it's related to my score.
Yeah.
But there's also these 3 stars, and those are actually related to the objectives that I've accomplished within that level.
Right.
And also here, you'll see that both Musashi and their companions are leveled up according to the levels that you're able to successfully win.
Right.
And I'll actually go into more detail on that.
Right, yeah. We'll do that next.
So actually, Corey, why don't you take a stab?
Yeah, give it a try. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you were talking about those companions. If you see our little white fluffy guy who's our little companion here.
That's right. So the little lion
gosh,
character that's with.
Whoa!
So right there, the opponent used his unicorn character's ability, which sped up the lanes. Musashi has this lion character, and his power-up, you'll see the green bar that's next to his face on the touchscreen. It actually slowly increases depending on the sushi type that Musashi eats. And each companion will have an affinity to a specific sushi, and that will change as they level up throughout the game. And obviously, they'll become more powerful. Each of these characters, they actually have a special ability. So the unicorn sped up the lanes, but the lion character has a different ability, which hopefully Corey will be able to show in here in a second.
Close.
Okay. Going crazy again. Oh.
All right, Corey.
Go, Corey. Believe me.
There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
So now it's ready. And what happens is all the plates that are on this active screen turn into a single color, and that allows for Corey to chain all of these plates into a single large stack.
Right,
that
he's got that
extra
huge
damage.
stack there in the middle.
Yeah,
So
and now his lantern meter, it allows for the special mode, and it's added all these appliers now on the touch screen. So Corey can
Look at that
throw
plate.
these.
Nice.
Oh, you should totally throw those.
You ready?
Right.
Oh.
Yes!
So you have two ways of attacking the enemies. Either it'll drop off automatically when you fill up another row, or you can actually manually swipe up on the screen and throw those plates at the opponent,
That's right.
which is pretty great.
Cool.
It's very satisfying, when they've been dealing a lot of damage to you and you have the option. Oh, S rank.
Nice.
Very good.
Well
Corey.
done.
You set me up for success.
I thought that would be a challenge considering he did executed that move like right at the beginning. You had me fooled.
Great job.
All right, so we're gonna go to another level. I'm gonna ask Corey to play this one too. But before we do, I'm actually gonna add more companions. So in this game, you're able to get more companions as you keep playing through the game. So I'm gonna add this electric cat, and I'm gonna add this little penguin.
Yeah. I like that guy.
Yeah. Cool. Let's do that. And each companion has their own ability, so again, you have to keep strategizing as to, if you find that a level is too hard, you might want to keep going to previous levels and keep, leveling up so you become stronger.
Yeah.
Or you can try to find another companion to use during that and try to get the upper hand against your opponent.
Right.
Yeah, and you can see them all on the bottom left now, right? Those are all of my companions.
That's
so
right.
Their bars are going to fill up as they eat particular kinds of sushi.
That's right.
But your opponent also has 3 companions active now, so...
It's even now.
Yeah.
It's 3 against 3.
Right.
Oh, there's that locked sushi plate. I want it.
Oh, that's right. So you'll see at the gold conveyor belts at the very top of the touchscreen, there's these covered plates. And that actually has a lantern, and you definitely, it's
Just got it.
located. So you have to get that certain number of plates in order to grab onto it. And you definitely want to get it before your opponent because, again, it turns,
All right.
it
I've got my
automatically
yellow
throws
cat.
that lantern.
Yellow cat is ready.
Oh, use it. So what he does is if you throw the plates, it has an electric buff that when you throw it against the enemy, it does that extra damage, which I personally like.
Right,
That's my
yeah.
favorite one.
That's awesome. And so you'll see in the bottom right-hand corner of the bottom screen, you have like a live camera feed that shows you sort of a different take on the action. You can see the enemy eating his sushi.
All right, my penguin is ready as well.
Oh.
Get some desserts.
Awesome.
So tapping these desserts will replenish your health, and that can be handy, especially when you're in a tight spot.
Absolutely, yeah. The enemy just unleashed some electric attacks on Corey, so that HP, the extra HP will come in handy.
Yeah. So you're saying that live feed, yeah, that actually interchanges between you and the opponent depending on the highlights of the battle.
Yeah, it's really fun to watch. You don't have necessarily all the time in the world when you're playing this game. It is pretty hectic when you're in there. You got to focus on your lanes, but yeah.
Nice.
Great job.
Well
It's
done.
making me hungry.
That is an effect that this game has on people. Be nice. Not bad.
It's fun to identify some of the sushi in the game too, right? You've got like your traditional salmon. You've got your California rolls for fans of sushi here in the U.S. You've got your egg tuna. My favorite eel.
I'm telling you, man, playing this game will make you hungry.
I'm already hungry just talking about it.
Right?
Okay, so I'm actually going to switch it up and put in different characters, but I also want to show, I'm actually going to keep my electric guy because I really like him. He's my favorite. I'm going to put the cactus character. And I'm also, so this screen here, actually, I can put 2 other characters that I'm not really using, but so what will happen is that they're in my party, and even though I'm not actively using them, they will level up as I'm playing a level. And that's actually very handy because in the circumstance that I decide to switch companions later on down the road, I could just easily swap them out and not have to worry about leveling them up because they're already being leveled as I keep playing.
Yeah, that's awesome. They level in tandem, so yeah, that really adds to the diversity of what you can do in battle.
It makes strategizing a lot easier.
Yep.
So this is a boss battle, and he is really, really brutal. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I'm definitely going to try.
Awesome. Good luck. Oh my gosh, he is making massive stacks.
Yeah, he
Look at that
has
oh my god.
He has special characters that are pretty OP.
He's also not wearing a shirt.
That's how he rolls.
Yeah.
Nice stack. There you go.
Thank you.
So you got some companions ready.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, one thing I think you mentioned is, yeah, it's tough to know whether or not to get that multiplier by sticking with the same type of sushi, or should you just say, no, I just need the plates and just go for the same color plates?
Yeah.
Because sometimes that multiplier will actually do more damage with less plates than the same amount of plates with different sushi. Nice. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
you're holding your own there.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
And of course, we're showing single player right now. There will be a 2-player mode in this game.
Oh my gosh, I'm mesmerized by your stacking skills here.
Get the eel.
Oh, you're right. Just a little bit more. Yes!
Wow.
Get it. Oh my gosh.
Nice job.
I still have not beaten him.
Thank you.
He destroys me every time.
He's
Awesome.
pretty challenging. That's
yeah.
for sure.
Well, please look.